The Board of Parks and Recreation Commissioners of Kansas City, Missouri meeting for May 5th, 2026 is hereby called to order. Will Secretary Houston please call roll?
Commissioner Smith?
Here.
Commissioner Contreras?
Here.
Commissioner Taylor?
Present.
Commissioner Myers?
Here.
President Hayden?
Here.
Director Cotton?
Here.
The first item on the agenda is the approval of the March 10th, 2026 board minutes. May I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Move to approve. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33201, considering board approval and support of the Kansas City Zoo and Aquarium Conservation and Education Renovation and Addition Project. Director Chris Cotton is here to introduce our guests.
Yes, thank you. Sean Putney and Linda Falk are here to give an update on an exciting development at the zoo, which will increase classroom space for their conservation and education department as they have outgrown the current space. They are proposing a $14 million expansion that will not only add new classroom space, but will also renovate several animal exhibit areas. John?
Thank you, Director Cotton. We're going to go old school today. See, we couldn't get our slideshow to work, so you can follow along with me, and I'll try to tell you when to flip to the next slide. So thank you all for allowing me the opportunity to get back with you to talk about this exciting project at the Kansas City Zoo and Aquarium. We're a mere 3 weeks away from opening up our Giraffe Crossing project, which was $22 million, but we are not sitting on our laurels. As always, we are always looking towards the next project. And the next thing we're going to do, we're hoping to dig ground in June. As you're all aware, our current contract asks that we bring forth any project that might be over $500,000. And this project, like many others before, is probably going to be between $14 and $15 million. So I'm here to ask your approval for the project. The building that you see on the second slide is our education building that was established back in the mid-90s. Many of you might remember that it was originally the entryway to the zoo. But in 2007, when we redid the front entry, we turned that into our educational building. Slide 3 shows you that location from Google Earth. You can see it's circled in yellow. In 2007, like I said, we changed that structure from the entry point to our educational purposes. And since that time, our learning programs have taken off, as is the case with the number of visitors that we have every year. The number of children and students that we house has also increased. There's a continued need and ask for more programs, more classes, more camps, and other educational opportunities, and we're simply out of space at this point. So it only made sense for us to look into an opportunity to expand the program and also expand space for our staff that take care of those programs. Slide 4, this slide shows both the existing structures in yellow as well as the proposed new addition to the site. Our project will include both renovations of the existing spaces as well as adding new spaces for classrooms, student bathrooms, a much-needed all-staff break room, multi-purpose area, and additional bathrooms that can be utilized for both inside spaces as well as for guests on the outside. This plan also includes the second level, which is seen on slide 5, and this area will be for our growing staff needs, allowing more workspaces, more desks, more rooms, conference rooms, break areas for them. Slide 6 shows you the Conservation Education Building will focus on students and learning. We will also be taking the opportunity to make improvements to our existing swan pond and also add a couple new animal areas, including one for bald eagles and bobcats, which continues the North American theme for the area. That rendering reveals the improved swan area, which will sit adjacent to the new addition and also just to the front of the front gate. Slide 7 shows the addition from the south as if viewing from the tram stop. So it gives you a different look at it. And slide 8 shows you a view of the staff office area. Slide 9, another inside view of the hallway leading to the classrooms, as well as stairs leading to the staff area. It should also be noted, it's not on that slide, but we do have an elevator. We're always looking for ways that we can be more inclusive and accessible. So the elevator sits just to the right of the stairs. Slide 10 shows the classroom spaces, and most of those classroom spaces will be of a similar look, and this slide gives you a general idea of what they will look like. The following slide, though, even though I just talked about most of the classrooms being the same, we do have a makerspace room, which allows kids to work on projects, experiments, STEAM type of learning. The following slide shows the classroom and the staff areas. I showed you the classroom and staff areas because they're the main reason as to why we need to expand, but the following 3 slides reveal other very important additions. This is a slide showing the new reception area where students will come to as they're entering the building. This will help to add additional safety and security, as well as a place to protect them from the outside world. The area can also be utilized as a reception area for guest speaker presentations and other events. The following slide shows the reception area is located adjacent to the multi-purpose room. Currently, we have a conference room which can fit approximately 50 people. We also have the auditorium that many of you have probably seen. That sits 350. We really need something in between as we continue to grow, and this space will take care of that. And lastly, the final slide shows that we need an all-staff break room. We've needed one for quite some time. When I first came to the zoo in 2007, we had 140 full-time people. Now we have 250. And we're over 500 people if you count our seasonal and part-time folks. So we have a couple of break rooms at the zoo, but we need an additional one in that spot. So in conclusion, the entire project is expected to cost between $14 and $15 million, as I stated. We're not looking for additional funding. We're not looking for additional funding.
Say it again.
As is the case with most of our new endeavors, we're expecting 50% of the cost to come from the zoological district funds, and 50% will be raised through private funding. My simple ask of you today is to allow us to make this improvement to the zoo grounds, which will continue to allow us to improve our operations as well as increase the value of the facility. Thank you for your time. Any questions?
Yeah, Sean, thank you for this thorough presentation. I missed, how many will the new multi-room seat?
The multi-purpose room?
Yes.
Somewhere between 100 and 150, depending on the type of,
Yeah. Oh, so it'll be modular seating?
yeah.
Very good. Okay. And then currently, the spaces that you have, what kind of access, if any, does community have access to? I know you rent out some of these spaces if people wanted to host a retreat.
Sure.
But can you kind of talk about access or what that looks like?
Yeah, so this new building will double the number of spaces that we have available for classes. The classes that we have available oftentimes are utilized by the zoological district communities, so of Jackson and Clay County. We give away about 25,000 tickets every year to other nonprofit organizations that serve the community. We have free days for both Jackson and Clay counties 4 times a year. Any other?
Well, I was saying
Things you're looking for?
if an organization, if a nonprofit wanted to have some sort of training event or just use the space, do you all allow access for that? Is that a rental or do you kind of keep it to zoo-specific access?
Well, sometimes it's a partnership. So
Sure.
if we do have a partnership with another community group, yes, oftentimes we'll give that away for free. We certainly have spaces that we've allowed, like District 5, District 6 to come and utilize as well. But we do also have to keep in mind that we have to pay the bills. So it
Yeah,
just,
so it's a
it just
rental?
depends.
I mean, can people rent? I'm
Yes,
just-
yes.
Yeah, I don't have an angle. I'm just literally curious. So I'm hearing you say this, plus your existing could be rented out, and then it also has through collaboration or partnership access to certain
Absolutely.
organizations. Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Well, I'm really excited about the opportunity to get more students in there. That's really exciting.
Us too.
Move to approve?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item has passed. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you
and
all. Have a good
Thank
evening.
you, Linda.
You do the same.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
All right. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33224, considering board approval of the proposed change to the mural on the Gage Park steps at 23rd Street by artist Juan Moya. Director Cotton.
Yes, thank you. As you may be aware, there has recently been concerns over negative revelations about the legacy of Cesar Chavez. The West Side has requested changes be made to the recent mural that was painted at Gage Park. On May 1st, 2026, the Municipal Art Commission approved the proposed change to the mural, and the update will be done by the original artist, Juan Moya. Staff recommends board approval of the proposed change.
May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33224?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion?
I would just like to acknowledge the West Side Neighborhood Association and Katrina Rojas for your hard work on engaging this and moving this forward quickly. Also to the Municipal Arts Commission and leadership, and to Director Cotton and team. This is about stewarding of public space. You know, a lot of times murals don't necessarily reflect today, and sometimes we need to move beyond that. But I just wanted to make a couple of notes here. This decision wasn't rushed. It came through neighborhood voices, community leadership, and municipal arts process that matters. And replacing it with a Cinco de Mayo themed image shifts the focus from one individual to a broader cultural celebration, heritage, resilience, and identity. It's making a clear distinction between learning and about history and honoring that publicly. But at the end of the day, public art should reflect and unify, not divide. This decision reflects where the community is now. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And it's ironic that today's Cinco de Mayo and the art panel is replacing is the political dancer that says Cinco de Mayo. And that, just to also to clarify, the artwork from Juan is keeping with the U.S. Postal Service Forever Stamps collection. So that's what he used to, as a neighborhood that voted on 3 different postal stamps that are Forever Stamps collections with the U.S. Postal Service that the neighborhood voted on, and they were all stamp related. So that's where that image came from.
Thank you for your leadership.
Yes, thank you. And second, thank you, Commissioner Contreras. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33172, held from our April meeting, considering board approval of the facility use with concessions agreement with KC Pride and R Spot KC for the KC Pride Festival. Marketing and Events Manager Heidi Markle is the sponsor of this memo, and
Hi.
welcome.
Good afternoon. Yes, since our last meeting, I've had some discussions with the Pride organization, and we have come to an agreement where we will do a sponsorship at the $10,000 level, so offer that in kind, and they will pay the remaining balance of the permit fee of $8,600. And we will receive the benefits of sponsorship at the $10,000 level. We also addressed their other concerns that they had, and we'll be developing a multi-year agreement, 2007 through 2030, after this festival, and then talked about their health and public safety clause issues. And the health department has chosen this year to not be in attendance at the Pride Fest.
And
then
thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to say, though, based on what was said last month, we just wanted to clarify that all of our contracts
Yes.
include that language with giving the health department the opportunity to participate, and so that is across all of our contracts.
All of our use
At
and
no
concession
cost. Thank you,
agreements.
Commissioner Taylor.
Yes, that is correct.
Move to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
Any further discussion? Well, I appreciate the staff working to come to an outcome that's good for everyone, and looking forward to a great Pride this year. So, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33202, considering board approval of the facility use with concessions agreement with Art as Mentorship for the Americana Festival. Ms. Markle.
Yeah, Celebrate Americana Music and Arts Festival, which is produced by Arts as Mentorship, is a wonderful festival that takes place in the historic Northeast, and they are requesting a facility and use concession agreement for a one-day festival in the concourse, and that would be on August the 1st. And this is an ongoing partnership, and in recognition of our in-kind support, we will be recognized as a sponsor in all festival marketing materials.
This is free, right? Sorry.
It is a free festival.
Okay.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? This item is passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33203, considering board approval of the facility use with concessions agreement with Empower Wellness KC for the Empower Wellness KC Fit Fest. Ms. Markle.
Yeah, the Empower Wellness KC is a nonprofit organization that's dedicated to supporting caregivers and essential workers. And this is a new event that they will be having, the Empower Wellness KC Fit Fest, which will be community-centered wellness experiences featuring fitness activities and family-friendly, gosh, this is a mouthful, family-friendly activations in Tice Park. It is a one-day event on July the 11th. And I noticed that this should actually only be $1,000 for a permit fee.
Okay.
So if we can make that change, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Move to approve with amendment.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33204, considering board approval of the facility use with concessions agreement with Sour Fish Events for the Gordy's Pumpkin Run. Ms. Markle.
Yeah, this is a fun new event coming to Kansas City, a fall-themed 5K race that will take place in downtown Kansas City around Ilis Davis Park. They will start and finish there and have their finish line festival actually in the north end of Ilis Davis Park, and that will be on September the 12th. They will start setting up on the 11th, and we will receive $1,100 in permit fees for that one-day sales event.
May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33204?
So
Move to
moved.
approve. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? This item is passed. Thank you.
Oh,
Ms.
and before I leave, I've really enjoyed doing this with you, but I would like to introduce Fred Wickham, who is our new events permit coordinator, and he will be taking over these board approvals from now on.
Congratulations. Welcome.
Yes.
Fred comes with us. He's been with the city for about 10 years, and most recently with NTDF. So he is very well versed in these types of working with these organizations and doing permitting and everything. So we're super excited to have him. This is his second day.
All right.
Wow. Welcome, welcome. We'll see.
Yes. Thank you. We'll
Next
we look
month.
forward to your spiel in June. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33205, considering board approval of authorizing the director or his designee to submit letters of interest for Variety KC's 10 Parks Project Grant Program. Deputy Director James Wong is the sponsor of this memo.
Commissioners, this is a grant application to Variety KC for 7 playground projects. Those 7 playgrounds are Mark McCurry Park Playground in Council District 1, Shoto Greenway Park Playground in Council District 2, Idaho Playground and Kessler Park Playground in Council District 3, Butt Park Playground in 4, James A. Reed Park Playground in 5, and Lewis Park Playground in Council District 6. Here's any question you may have.
I appreciate the pursuit. Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? This item is passed, and good luck.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33206, considering board approval of amendment number 1 with Draw Architect for the MLK Junior Park Master Plan Project in the amount of $100,000, I don't know, you can tell us how much, bringing the total contract amount to $150,000 and extending the contract time to August 30th, 2026. Deputy Director Wong.
Commissioners, the amendment amount is $10,000
$10,000.
with Joe Architect for the MLK Park Master Plan Project. And that master plan covers the parkland along Brush Creek Greenway from the Paseo all the way to Elmwood. And we had a public meeting on March the 3rd, well attended, with a lot of interest from the residents. The amendment will add additional stakeholder meetings and cost estimates and also finalization of the master plan report. This amendment will be funded from Council District 3 Pike funds. Here, then, is a question you may have.
May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33206?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33207, considering board approval of a temporary staging permit issuance to Midtown KC Now for the installation of music boxes at Major Murray Davis Park and Pioneer Park. Deputy Director Wong.
Commissioners, World Cup is around the corner, and those are the temporary staging permits with the Midtown KC Now for temporary music boxes in the two parks that I mentioned. It will be from May 15th, 2026 to July 31st, 2026. So those music boxes will be shaped like soccer trophies, stand around 6.5 feet tall, and will have a crank on the side. When cranked for a few seconds, it can generate up to 15 minutes of music and light. So a fee waiver is requested for the temporary staging permit, and Midtown KC will assume all the responsibility for music box, including maintenance, servicing, installation, removal, and any risk associated with vandalism.
Cool.
Move to approve. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33208, considering board approval of change order number 3 with Gunter Construction for the 63rd Street and Zoo Drive Improvement Project in the amount of $36,431.49, bringing the total contract amount to $3,435,693.16, and extending the contract time to June 30th, 2026. Deputy Director Wong.
Commissioners, this intersection is substantially completed, as you may drive every day, oh, not every day, but once in a while. It's been working well. So this is the final change order that will incorporate additional tree planting, a sinkhole repair, signage relocation, also adjusting quantities in accordance with the, as-built quantities. So it will also extend the final completion date to June 30th, 2026. This is to allow the contractor to continue watering the sod. So, but the job is essentially completed.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item is passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33209, considering board approval of a memorandum of understanding with Platte County for trail construction within Mark McHenry Park. Deputy Director Wong.
Commissioners, Platte County has been awarded a $2.7 million federal grant to construct a portion of the 152 trail up north in Mark McHenry Park. So this trail will be over like a mile long. We'll start from the east entrance, extending across the park. It'll be 10-foot wide. And the county will be responsible for providing all the required local match using their parks and stormwater sales tax. And they'll be also responsible, so essentially they'll be responsible for all the costs for this project. So upon completion, the city will assume ownership and be responsible for ongoing maintenance. So literally, they will be paying for the trail and will take over the trail after the job's done. But we're not paying for the construction of the trail.
This is great. Move to approve.
It's a race.
Second.
There you go.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33210, considering board approval of a cooperative agreement with the Kansas City Rose Society for the Rose Garden Bronze Plaques Conservation. Deputy Director Wong.
Commissioners, this project includes treatment of 27 wall or pillar mounted plaques, 5 ground mounted plaques, and 17 bench plaques owned by the city. This agreement will allow the Rose Society to engage its contractor to perform conservation and maintenance. So Rose Society will be responsible for all costs. No city funding will be required for the project.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33211, considering board approval of a cooperative agreement with the City of Fountains Foundation for the Seahorse Fountain renovation in the amount of $162,675 in a contract term of 2 years. Deputy Director Wong.
Commissioners, this is a corporate agreement with the Cities of Fountains Foundation for the replacement center sculpture at the Meyer Circle Seahorse Fountain. The sculpture sustained damage last year, including the failure of the top bow. So top bow literally just broke, last year. And the city, under this agreement, the city will contribute $162,675 in PIKE funding, and the City of Fountains Foundation will be responsible for design, demolition of the existing sculpture, and the installation of a new granite sculpture. So, yeah, we're just providing PIKE dollars to them, and they will help us to manage the project.
Great.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Sorry,
Aye.
Secretary Houston.
Any opposed? This item is passed. Thank you, Deputy Director Wong. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33212, considering board approval of a facility use without concession agreement with Come to Jesus Worship and Praise Church for the use of Greg Cleiss Community Center. Superintendent of the Recreation Division, Jody Seymour, is here.
Good evening. Yes, the Come to Jesus Worship and Praise Church is requesting use of the Greg Cleiss Community Center, I think it's the computer room on Sundays from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. For the terms of the agreement. They will ensure that no messaging shall occur in or any other space other than that area that they have, including sidewalks, parking lots. They will compensate the city at $45 per hour or $135 per day for a total estimated payment of $5,805. Those payments will be made weekly. The agreement would begin June 1st, would come to an end April 25th of 2027. They will have agreed to provide general liability insurance, and staff recommends approval.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33213, considering board approval of a facility use without concession agreement with the Midwest Cricket League for the use of the Minor Park Cricket Field. Ms. Seymour.
Yeah, Midwest Cricket League is requesting that use of the Minor Park Cricket Field on Saturdays and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. during the terms of the agreement. They will compensate the city at $200 per day for a total estimated revenue of $4,000 to be paid monthly upon invoices from athletics. They will comply with the field use policy. The agreement would begin May 9th and would end no later than July 26th of this year. They will provide general liability insurance, and we recommend approval.
May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33213?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33214, considering board approval of a professional services agreement with Arts Tech for the Mayor's Night Club KC Summer Youth Program in the amount of $50,000. Ms. Seymour.
Arts Tech is a public-private collaborative venture that offers young people and the community an opportunity to advance their artistic and technological skills in an entrepreneurial business environment. Their programs would be held from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday evenings at Greg Cleiss and Saturday evenings at Southeast Community Center. During the time of the agreement, Arts Tech will provide personnel, crowd control, entertainment, food, marketing, and program supplies for a total cost of $50,000, which would be $25,000 per location. The agreement would begin on June 9th and would end August 14th of this year. They will provide general liability and SAM insurance. The funds would come from the account that's set for this. I can give you the account number if you'd like. But otherwise, we recommend approval.
A few things for me I would touch on with this to follow up on our conversation that we had in workshop. So we'll receive a report for 2025 that shows the impact metrics on this. It shows kind of from a quantifiable way how young people were impacted.
Yeah.
And then the same for 2026, that includes a financial reconciliation. And then regarding the RFP process in general, there were a lot of accessibility issues that limited the ability to submit an application. So I want to make sure that we take a deeper look at that, whether that's through our portal, whether that was our issue, or through the city. I think that was it for me.
Thank you, Commissioner Taylor. And Jody, I guess just for the public meeting, can you just talk briefly about kind of the process that went into for our next three items? Just kind
Absolutely.
of, yeah.
Absolutely. So the RFP was established. It was then sent to our contracts division for their review and approval. Once that was done, then it was posted. We did have some struggles trying to get that exactly where we knew where to find it and everything. We did extend that agreement or that posting date a couple of different times to hopefully provide more opportunity and everything. Once that RFP closed, our staff, our athletics manager, he then had all of the RFPs. He had already established his group of people who was going to review those RFPs. They had established a meeting when they were going to do that. Each one of those got a copy of those RFPs and a scoring sheet. They did that independently away from, and then they came together after that initial scoring was done and compared their scores, which is what I had provided, just a list of all of the different scores and any discussion that they might have had based on any questions that they had throughout and everything. So at that point in time, they submitted all that information, and we moved forward with those 3 organizations based on what they provided in their RFP.
Thank you, I appreciate it. May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33214?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33215, considering board approval of a professional services agreement with All Effort LLC for Mayor's Night and the Night Hoops Summer Youth Program in the amount of $90,000. Ms. Seymour.
Yes, All Effort LLC is a purpose-driven sports organization strategically designed to engage and inspire and elevate youth and young adults through the discipline of basketball. Their program proposed will consist of basketball component and an education component that will be offered to participants at each of the 4 locations. Those locations are listed above as Southeast, Hillcrest, Garrison, and Greg Cleiss. There will be separate division play for boys and girls. Participants will be required to attend the education session. Those events will be on Monday through Thursday across all 4 locations during the term of the agreement for a total cost of $90,000. It would begin on June 9th and would end on August 14th. They will provide general liability and SAM insurance and recommend board approval.
And on this one, is All Effort doing that education component as well?
So yes, they are doing for the basketball piece and everything. So they would be doing just specifically to that. As for the arts tech piece, on the Club KC component, they will focus on those areas. And then for the volleyball, they would be responsible for the education piece within the volleyball component. We are running night kicks in-house, so our staff is doing all of that part of it. And then on the swim component, we are also running that in-house. And so our staff will be making sure we'll be doing all of those pieces as well. So.
All right, so each effort, or in this case, each of the 3 contracted organizations are responsible for some sort of programmatic or educational element in
correct.
addition to the actual sport.
Activity, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And I heard you say those happen on Monday through Thursday, so
Yes.
that's, okay.
That's-
Yeah, and so those
Okay.
are, it depends on each location, we'll have a set day and everything else. And they'll have different age groups on those different days and everything else, so yeah.
Thank you.
Do teams pay to play in this league?
So we do have, normally we ask I think it's $10, but it is not a required fee. If an individual cannot afford to play, we do not keep them from playing and everything else. So we rarely, I'm trying to think of even how much we brought in last year. I mean, I want to say that we might have had $1,000 maybe across all of them and everything, which is, it's fine. I mean, that's the whole point of Mayor's Nights, is to provide opportunity for youth to engage in activity and everything else. And so that's really the focus of the program.
Can you help me, Jody? Because I heard the question, can teams play, but you said if individuals can't pay. Is it?
So teams will register, and a lot of times the coaches will then collect the $10
From each player?
Right. And everything else. Oftentimes, some of the coaches will just pay for it themselves, or we're actually working on exactly a way to denote the exact technical loss that we would end up taking. So that way we truly understand that balance between scholarship component, piece to what we are bringing in and everything else. So a team can come in and everything, but They normally register individually. Well, they register with their team, but yes.
Right, because Mayor's Night Hoops is a no cost, correct? So, but you're saying if a team wanted to come, because I guess ideally, wouldn't we want them to register each of their kids individually so that we can hold them responsible for the academic piece? But you're
Right.
saying if teams wanted to forego all of, not
So
academic, but
all of
programmatic
the
pieces.
athletes must complete the education piece. So whether they're a team or not, they're still a part of the whole program, and they're required to go through the whole program.
Okay, I guess then I'm confused. Why would we be charging if it is a no-cost program that is intended to attract students in the summer?
We were initially trying to cover the cost of some of the membership cards that we were using for them to scan in and everything else. But again, like I said, we rarely actually receive any of those funds, so.
Yeah, that's curious to me. Maybe I'm not understanding, but what I hear you saying is if a coach brings a team, each one of those kids gets charged $10, while those they may be playing against may be there at no cost. Is that correct? Did I hear that right?
Essentially, I mean, we ask that they pay, but we do not enforce it.
Teams.
So you can register Team A, and it would be all of these individual kids would be on Team A. And then we would also have a bunch of kids over here, and so we could make a team out of them and everything else to put them all together. So either way, they all get registered, they just get put on a team.
Sure, yeah.
So you ask for $10 for everyone,
Right.
whether it's an individual or a team, is that correct?
Correct,
And if they can pay it, they do. If they don't, it's waived.
Right.
But Night Hoops is free. No?
I mean, I get, essentially, yes. I mean, like I said, at one point in time, there was that $10 charge to cover the cost of just the membership cards to scan in and everything else, but beyond that, no.
Okay. I guess I'm confused. I've always understood Night Hoops to be free, but you're saying there is a fee, but you all don't necessarily enforce it if students cannot pay
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess given that, when we do our marketing for this summer and stuff, can we just make sure that's clear that?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
okay.
Did we charge people last year? The same?
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, I'd have to pull the exact report out of Civic Rec to see what revenue was actually generated.
I've never seen revenue for it, so.
Yeah, like I said, I would have to actually look and see, because I've never pulled the Mayor's Nights reports since I was not in this role a year ago, so,
Thank you.
yeah.
All right. May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33215?
Are we comfortable moving forward with this? Do we want to amend this to where it states that this is free?
I think we should.
I mean, my
recommendation-
recommendation is that we amend this. I move to approve that we amend this, changing that this is free.
Absolutely,
Okay.
Okay.
that makes marketing
I
very
have-
simple.
Yeah.
All right. With amendment, I have a motion to approve. Can I get a second on that amended motion?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed?
Opposed.
This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33216, considering board approval of a professional services agreement with Journey Enterprise Group for the Mayor's Night Nets Summer Youth Program in the amount of $15,000. Ms. Seymour.
Yeah, Journey Enterprise Group submitted a proposal to hold volleyball events at the Hillcrest Community Center. They are to provide youth with a positive, meaningful alternative to the daily pressures and distractions and negative influences that surround them. Ages 9 to 12 will be taught the basics of the game, followed by nightly workshops on topics that include nutrition, exercise, fitness, and self-esteem attitude. Ages 13 to 18 will participate in warm-up drills and tournament-style play. These programs will be held on Wednesdays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. during the terms of the agreement. The Journey will provide staff supplies for a total cost of $15,000. The agreement will begin June 9th and would end August 14th, and they will provide general liability and sexual abuse insurance. We recommend board approval.
So is there a fee for this program as well?
I would have to double check on that one.
Deputy Director Clay?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine if
For all mayor's
we
nights.
would,
It is publicized in our activity guide as no fee in the activity guide.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that would be affirmative.
Okay, thank you for that.
All right, I have a motion to approve resolution number 33216.
Move to approve?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed?
This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33217, considering board approval of a facility use without concession agreement with the Northland Static Volleyball Club for the use of the Kansas City North Community Center. Ms. Seymour.
yeah, Northland Static Volleyball Club is requesting the use of the Kansas City North Community Center gym for volleyball training instruction on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 5:30 to 8:30. Compensation would be $40 per hour for half-court rental and $75 for full court. A total estimated payment of $4,320. Payments are due monthly. The agreement would begin May 11th and would end July 2nd. They will provide general liability and SAM insurance. We recommend board approval.
I have a motion to approve resolution number 33217.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item is passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33218, considering board approval of a facility use without concession agreement with Tabernacle of Faith Restoration Center for the use of Greg Cleiss Community Center. Ms. Seymour.
Tabernacle of Faith Restoration is requesting the use of Greg Cleiss. They'll are also wanting the use of that community center, or that community room, computer room, on Sundays from 2:30 until 3:30. They, like the other group, will ensure that messaging shall occur only in the space that they are renting. Compensation will be at the rate of $45 per hour for facility usage. A total estimated payment of $2,115 will be paid monthly. The agreement would begin June 7th and would end April 25th, and they will provide general liability insurance. We recommend board approval.
May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33218?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33219, considering board approval of a cooperative agreement with the Upper Room KC Incorporated for a summer academic project at the Garrison and Mary Williams Neal Community Centers. Ms. Seymour.
Yeah, the Upper Room Summer Academic Program is focused on helping children to prevent the summer learning slide and serving the working parents. This program is for students entering kindergarten through 8th grade and will run from 7:30 a.m. until 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. The program would begin June 1st and would end July 31st. Upper Room will compensate the city at $6,000 per community center site for a total of $12,000 to be paid in 2 monthly installments. They will provide general liability and SAM insurance, and we recommend board approval.
Move to approve?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item is passed, and thank you, Ms. Seymour.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33220, considering board approval of a lease agreement with the Kansas City Chiefs for the use of parkland located at 4101 Eastern Avenue. Deputy Director Wong's here to speak on this one.
Commissioners, this gravel lot is located at the Eastern and Raytown Road. It was previously leased to Evergy for use as a laydown yard. The lease was terminated at the end of 2025, and the site is vacant now. FIFA World Cup 26 Kansas City has included coordination with the Kansas City Chiefs to maximize available parking at the stadium complex. As part of this effort, it has been proposed that the Kansas City Chiefs utilize this gravel lot for employee parking during the event period. The proposed lease term is 2 months from June 1st, 2026 through July 31st, 2026. In lieu of monetary rent, the Kansas City Chiefs will provide the routine maintenance of the gravel lot during the event. And Lindsay Douglas with FIFA 2026 is here to provide more details.
Good evening. Appreciate the opportunity to be here. We have been working with the Chiefs, FIFA, and the partners at the complex to identify and maximize the parking on the lot. So they did have workforce parking taking up Lot N at the Jackson County Sports Complex. They were willing to give that up if we could work with them to find an alternative that they could run their shuttles from. So we're asking favorable consideration, but happy to stand for any questions you all have.
Well, thank you.
I do have a question, Leslie. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
This is being asked for no cost. Can you talk about the kind of community good or what FIFA will be offering community and how community will be impacted by?
Yes. So there's several things really from a very broad perspective, really thinking about the stadium operations on match days. We had been working with City Public Works on utilizing a lot that was at US Stadium and 40 Highway. That lot was very close to the stadium. As part of this workforce reallocation for parking, the Chiefs have swapped us Graceway Church for our lot, so that we did not have to establish a pedestrian walkway down Stadium Drive, which was going to be pretty expensive for the city. So being able to swap those lots and opening up this lot for their workforce parking is getting a 1-for-1 for each of those spaces. So that is a broader picture of just the workforce parking. As it relates to just our overall budget and community impact for the World Cup, we are one, I think, of very few host cities left in the United States that is not charging for Fan Festival. So we have approached the city for some specific in-kind contributions related to permitting, use of this lot, that could offset otherwise what would be costs associated with putting on the overall event. We wanted to really prioritize and keep Fan Festival free so that everyone in our community could access it. Another thing that we're doing related to transportation services during the tournament, we have a Region Direct service that's moving in and out of that Fan Festival site as well. Many of the other cities are charging quite a bit more for their transportation options. Even existing public transportation during the tournament, those costs have gone up for them to help cover just the influx and the additional ridership and additional capacity that they're adding to their systems. We've really been able to keep those prices much lower in partnership with KCATA, I know is considering some things. They've partnered with us on ADA transportation, but our prices for that Region Direct service in and out of FanFest, we've been able to keep for a $5 day pass, which is very reasonable compared to a lot of the other transportation services. In addition to that, we're providing some resources for small businesses, really helping them be as prepared as possible for the influx of visitors and just making sure that their businesses are ready as well. But several different programs happening in partnerships throughout the community to make sure that the community is seeing that benefit.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's so important to always connect the dots between what is happening and what's going to be offered. And so I appreciate you walking through with that as we consider this.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item is passed, and thank you and good luck. It's upon us, right?
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33221, considering board approval. Oh, sorry. We are holding resolution number 33221. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33222, considering board approval of a donation of boats and trailers to the Historic West Bottoms Association in the amount of $5. Superintendent of Parks Kevin Evans is here.
Good evening, Commissioners. I don't know if you guys are aware of, but pre-COVID, the boats were used on the creek, and I believe the group name was Fringe Festival that had that event going on. Shortly after during COVID, those boats wasn't used, and they never went back to the creek as I guess they ran out of business or whatever. But anyhow, they was gifted to us. We thought we were gonna have some use for these boats, which our lakes, we can dock them in our lakes because we don't have docks and all this other good stuff. And then the creek, the settlement in the creek won't allow us to use in the creek anymore. So they're no use to us anymore. So we have another group, which is the Historic West Bottoms, that would like to utilize those boats and put them back into actions. But what it takes is for us to receive a donation from them to give those boats back to them so they can put it back in the waters of Missouri River. So if that's okay with you guys.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
I appreciate it.
Any opposed? Thank you, Mr. Evans. All right, the final item on the agenda is resolution number 33223, considering board approval of amendment number 3 to the tree maintenance services agreement with Arbor Masters Company in the amount of $1,200,000, bringing the total contract amount to $5,859,344. Natural Resources Manager Stephen Van Ryn is here to speak on this matter.
Good evening, Commissioners. Yeah, this is year 3 of our 5-year contract with Shawnee Mission Tree Services doing business as Arbor Masters for our tree maintenance work. This will help us to do an additional 20,000 trees for trimming and removal of about 3,777 trees. So this is our continued response to 311 and other issues with managing our trees. And staff recommends board approval of this extension to our contract.
May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33223?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. Thank you, Mr. Van Ryn. Will Director Cotton please present the director's update to the board?
Yes. Summer camp registration continues to excel. So far, 1,742 kids have enrolled versus total attendance of 22,072 last summer. Swim lessons for April were mostly full with the exception of Tony Geary Community Center preschool lessons. May swim lessons are full. Recreation staff are obviously planning the Mayor's Night kickoff party and Big Heart Soccer tournament at 9th and Van Brunt. Current summer camp staff have completed their CPR first aid AED certification or recertification. Westport Roanoke Community Center has a wait list for residents looking to get into the pottery classes. Recreation staff met with Teen Council to discuss the scholarship program for community center passes. Glen North hosted a spoken word poetry event at Bruce Watkins featuring Jessica Moore on April 22nd. Fountain Day was on April 15th, and it was a wonderful day. April 25th was the Spring Fling at the Swope Bandstand, complete with children's activities and a fashion show. The ambassadors did an excellent job for Earth Week. 621 volunteers put in time representing 40-plus businesses and organizations. 32 projects were done, 1,111 service hours performed, 13,110 pounds of litter cleaned up from parks, trails, boulevards, and lakes. This equates to 6.5 tons. As a part of the litter cleanup, 1,065 pounds of glass were recycled. Special thank you goes out to the Missouri Stream Team, Boulevard Brewing Company, and Ripple Glass. May 1st, staff participated in a park blitz along Brush Creek, continued to clean up areas that had not been touched since in over a decade. May 1st was also the groundbreaking for the North Terrace Lake. Bruce Watkins Community Skate Park design is underway following the selection of the preferred skate option. Indian Creek Trail construction is underway. Yvonne Starks Wilson construction is underway. Ribbon cutting scheduled for June 15th. Roanoke Park improvements construction is underway. Warnell Road Bridge repairs construction is 95% complete. Case Park pickleball courts construction is underway. Received additional PIAC funding for fence installation. One of the 2 restrooms at Penguin Park was deliberately set on fire. The suspect was apprehended. Staff is working on repairing the damage. Illegal dump sites were cleaned up in Roanoke Park, Gilman Park, and a houseless camp was cleaned up under the Truce Bridge. The Bruce Creek crew is cleaning off all the mud that has caked the sidewalks from the recent storm. And I'll be meeting with Street Soccer USA again on May 15th to discuss the additional field at 9th and Van Brunt. And that is my update.
Do we have a time on, at Mount Wilson, ribbon cutting? Do we have a time on that, on the 15th?
Not yet.
Okay. I will hold that. And then, just one, I know he's not here, but want to shout out Emil for the event that he put on, the poet event where they hosted Detroit's own Poet Laureate, and it was a beautiful event, great community event, great showing. He did a
Excellent.
great job partnering with Glenn North, and it was just great.
Excellent.
Thank you.
I'll pass that on.
Please do.
We will now move into public hearing. Do we have any members of the public who wish to address the board at this time? All right. Well, with that, we are going to move into closed session. Do I have a motion to move into closed session?
I move that the board go into executive session pursuant to Missouri Statute 610.021 to discuss personnel matters.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? We are now in closed session. Our next meeting will be held June 9th, 2026 at 2:00 p.m.